Welcome back to the AeroView Lifestyle. I'm Ariel, designer, dreamer, and your guide to all things elevated living. And today's episode is one I've been looking forward to for a while. We're taking a pause from the perfectly styled spaces and pulling back the curtain to talk about the growth. Not the kind that shows up in numbers or Instagram likes, but the kind that shows up when no one is looking. The kind that shapes who you are as a business owner, a designer, and a person. This year wasn't full of back-to-back jobs and endless inquiries. It was full of something better. Clarity, foundation, pruning, surrender, and wild, God-sized alignment. Let's talk about what 2025 taught me. This year, I learned again and again that communication is everything. It's not just about being responsive. It's about being clear, intentional, proactive. When I overcommunicate and educate my clients before they even hire me, it builds a foundation of trust. It gives them something to anchor to. When things get busy or unexpected hiccups come up, and they always do, they feel secure because I already explained what to expect. But communication is only part of the equation. Boundaries are everything. This year, I finally honored the red flags. You know, that gut feeling you get when something just feels off? I've learned to listen to it. If I sense that a potential client will overwork me or undervalue my expertise, I step away. I no longer shrink myself just to be liked or booked. The best projects happen when the client trusts me, and the best trust starts with a well-defined process. Having a solid process has allowed me to step into every project with confidence. It's no longer chaotic or reactive. It's structured, intentional, and efficient. The process protects both me and my clients, and when that's in place, the design magic actually has room to flow. And yet, even with the process in place, I learned this year that overcommunication isn't just a nice to have, it's a non-negotiable. One client texted me hundreds of times about selections. Somewhere in the mix, her final paint colors got buried. I referred back to the portal and missed the updates. That one moment taught me a huge lesson. If I don't teach clients how to communicate with me, they'll default to what's easy. And what's easy isn't always accurate. One of the biggest shifts I made in 2025 was narrowing my focus. Instead of marketing as a general interior designer, I leaned fully into the aviation niche. And that's when everything started to change. I started attracting the right people, pilots, aviation lovers, hangar homeowners, clients who shared my values, my vision, and my love for function plus beauty. The deeper I leaned into AeroView, the more aligned I became. I saw the need firsthand while designing our own hangar studio. The aviation world is incredibly tight-knit, and unless you live it, you don't fully understand it. There's no template for this. Every hangar home has unique requirements: tail height, wingspan, hangar doors, runway views, sightlines from the home. It's not just about designing something beautiful. It's about understanding a lifestyle. And my clients noticed. They said, I didn't even know someone like you existed. But this clarity didn't come without pruning. I said no to more projects this year than I have ever have before. Some weren't the right personality fit. Some ghosted me. One tried to tell me, this project isn't that big for someone like you. only to list out a full primary bath remodel, new furnishings, window treatments, you name it. I knew in my gut they didn't value my expertise. The old me might have chased that for the money or the portfolio, but I don't do that anymore. I'm not for everyone, and I'm proud of that. I've also gotten really clear on how I design. For example, I no longer do renderings in phase 1. It's not worth my team's time or the client's investment if we haven't even finalized the floor plan. Could I do it earlier? Sure, but it wouldn't be strategic. It's taken me years to build this level of clarity, and now that I have it, I'm fiercely protective of it. One of the biggest mind shifts this year was learning the value of slow. I used to think that if I wasn't booked out, I was behind. If I didn't have a flood of leads, I was failing. But that's just not true. This year, I was building, pruning, deepening my roots so I could carry the weight of what's coming. The summer felt long and quiet, and honestly, I questioned everything. Were my seeds taking root or getting eaten by birds? But I kept showing up. I journaled, I prayed, I pressed in. And by October, everything shifted. Discovery calls, inquiries, momentum. I realized I don't want microwave success. I want crockpot goals. Goals that simmer, that get better over time, that nourish me and create a lasting legacy. I don't want to grow so fast that it breaks me. I want to grow at the speed of stewardship, at the speed of calling. AeroView is being built for legacy projects, projects that matter, projects that will be remembered 5, 10, 20 years down the road. And I'm not behind, I'm right on time. This year forced me to let go of a lot. I had to surrender the secret plan I'd been clinging to in the back of my mind, the version of success the world says you need to have, and what I found on the other side: alignment, acceleration, overflow. I stopped chasing clients, and they started chasing me. I'm literally about to have a waiting list. That's something I never thought would happen this year. But God, when you clear space, when you stop holding on so tightly, He fills it with exactly what you need. And it's always better than what you imagined. You can't carry the fruit if your roots aren't strong. So this year, I tended to the roots quietly, faithfully, fully. Another thing I've grown to appreciate this year is that my clients aren't just checklists. They're people. Each one is uniquely made. I've noticed that many of my clients are analyzers, people who love structure, logic, clarity. I get them. I see things the way they do, but through the lens of design. Recently, I had a client who was an analyzer-dreamer hybrid. That project stretched me. I had to completely reframe how I presented ideas, how I wrote emails, how I explained decisions. It wasn't about how I wanted to communicate. It was about how they best received it. At a networking meeting, I learned that your face tells a story. It reflects how you think and how you live. And it hit me. Our homes should be the same way. They should reflect who we are. Maybe it's not my style, but guess what? I don't live there. You do. My job is to bring your story to life in a way that feels elevated, functional, and personal. So if you're listening to this and you're in the in-between, maybe your new build feels far off, or you've wasted time with the wrong team, I just want to say, don't give up. Don't let the waiting make you believe it's not possible. The right team changes everything. The right designer changes everything. Once you find your person, things start to flow. The stress lifts, the vision becomes clear, and when it's time, it's time. Whether you're building your dream home, a hangar house, or a new life altogether, know that the time you've spent building your foundation wasn't wasted. It was preparing you. You're not behind, you're becoming. Until next time, friend, keep dreaming big, living elevated, and remembering life's always better at altitude.